Hello you lovely lot, and welcome to a new vlog here on my channel. If you don't know who I am Flora, and I'm dedicated to bringing you all along with me as I go and see various shows across the West End. Now you're probably wondering, Flora, who is this lovely little creature on your shoulder here? Now this is Tip Yip, he is my porg, and you're probably wondering why on earth I have him, and that is because, if I can find my badge, I have been at Star Wars Celebration. I don't know why I'm like filming you up here. What do we think of this angle, guys? I have been at Star Wars Celebration for the last 2 days. I've got 2 days left. But I figured, when in London, do as the Londoners do, right? So I'm going to see a show tonight. And it is a show I have already seen before. So if you do know me from my TikToks, perhaps drop your guess as to what show you think I'm going to see in the comments below before I reveal it to you. It is a show I've seen before, as I've said, but I have heard through friends who have worked on the show that it has been changed somewhat to suit a bigger venue. Here is me dropping clues. It's been changed to suit a bigger venue, only ever having played small venues. The last time it was in the UK, it was at the Arts Theatre. Again, if that gives you another little clue as to what might be going on. I'm just going to check I'm actually filming. I am actually filming. I have done this before where I've filmed like a 10-minute video and realised I haven't hit record before. And that's always a bit embarrassing. It's been at a smaller theatre before, as I have said. It was at the Arts, and I don't actually know where it played in the US. I should maybe look that up. But I am going to see Bonnie and Clyde tonight. I'm very excited. I absolutely loved this show when it was at the Arts Theatre. What else is there to say? I love the soundtrack. When I Drive and is it You're Going Back to Jail? Is that what the song's called? Some of my favourite theatre songs ever. I love blasting them in the car. And it's the second show I've ever seen on the West End solo. So that will be exciting. I also have another show booked for tomorrow, but you're going to have to wait for the next vlog to find out what show that is. Again, very excited. A show I have loved for a long time. And I think, especially for those of you that know me off of TikTok, you will know that coming to see this show has been a long time coming. So I thought I would bring you guys with me as we go and watch Bonnie and Clyde at the Garrick Theatre together. Okay, so I am currently in the stairwell of my hotel because I decided to take the stairs instead of, sorry, I'm looking down not at the camera because I don't want to like absolutely deck it. But I thought, you know, I'd take the stairs to wherever I needed to be. Little did I know, there was literally hundreds of them and it's like a little bit creepy. But we're getting there because first thing I need to do is, because I've been at Star Wars Celebration all day, I haven't really had any lunch. So I figured I'd have dinner. A very early dinner that's kind of doubling as my lunch. Oh my god, we're nearly there, guys. Thousands of steps. Oh, the steps are numbered. I wonder how many there are. Apparently, I'm on step 15, so hopefully that means, aha, the bottom is in sight. But I'm currently staying at the Premier Inn in Westfield, in Stratford. So the station outside is Stratford International, which is quite handy for me in terms of getting to where I need to be later, but it also means there's a massive shopping centre in which I can go and get my dinner. I'm going to go to M&S, not M&S, that's a lie, Waitrose, because we don't have Waitrose in Scotland and I figured I would treat myself. So I'm going to go grab some food and I will see you when I'm finally actually on the train. Update, dinner has been acquired, dinner as I should say. To be fair, it's nearly 5 o'clock and that's a slight panic for me because the show starts at 7:30, it takes about half an hour to get into town. I want to be at the theatre for like 6:30. So I think I've timed this right, but it wouldn't be a Flower Theatre vlog if there wasn't like some sort of jeopardy. If you've watched my Anne Juliet one, you know that my flight was delayed quite significantly, which was a bit of a worry, but we did make it in time. So fingers crossed that there's nothing wrong with the trains. I'm going to, sorry, quickly swap hands to touch the wood. I think that's wood. It might be plastic, who knows, but it's the thought that counts, right? So fingers crossed that we can make it on time, because if we don't, I'll look like a real tit and this vlog will be pointless. So if you're watching this vlog, hopefully that does mean I have made it. If not, all the footage will have been deleted and it'll never see the light of day. So keep your fingers crossed for me. And I will take you with me for every step of the way. Like I keep saying, I feel like I say that on repeat, but like, I want to make these vlogs more than just like, come with me to see it and then boom, we're at the theatre. I do want to fill you in on like my day, hence why I'm like, oh, we got tomato and pasta salad from M&S for my dinner, and I'm going to scarf that down really quick and then get going. Okay, I finally made it to London. I decided not to show you all of me getting on the tube and stuff because it was hot, the lighting wasn't great, and it was crowded, so I figured you wouldn't be able to hear me. But we are finally heading towards the Garrick Theatre. Up ahead I have the theatre for Agatha Christie and Mousetraps, which is very exciting. I think it's, I want to say, is it the St Martin's Theatre that has Mousetrap in it at the minute? I don't want to misquote that because that'd be really embarrassing, but I am planning on going to see Mousetraps in the near future because I love a murder mystery. Do I know what happens? Yes, because it's Agatha Christie, but does that take away the fun? Absolutely not. So as you can see, multiple theatres down this little road. I absolutely love the exterior of Mousetraps. It is the St Martin's, I'm not going crazy. I think it looks absolutely great. It looks brilliant at night with the neon. I think for an old show it's really helped modernise it. As you can see, it's celebrating its 70 years on the West End, making it the longest running play, which is absolutely amazing. I'm actually going to go down here because my favourite stationery shop's down here and I have a little bit of time to kill. The Garrick is just around that way, so we really aren't far. And like I said, I thought I'd bring you with me. This is not a glamorous look. I'll probably cut this out because I was just putting my backpack on, which is hard to do. But this is my favourite stationery shop. It's called Choosing Keeping. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look. Is it not just absolutely wonderful? I'm gonna go inside, have a browse, and I will pick you up when I get out. Okay, so I just walked past the Arts Theatre, which, as you know, currently houses the Choir of Man. And who just walked out? But the whole cast. So that's what I love about wandering around London. I'm currently heading towards Chinatown because I still have a bunch of time to kill. So I'm gonna keep wandering until I make it to the theatre. Okay, so I have made it to London. I am outside the Garrick Theatre, which is right here, looking gorgeous in golden hour. Now, you're probably wondering why I don't vlog my way through London. That's because I am incredibly ditzy and I would inevitably just walk into a bunch of people. So that's why I don't do it. But I have it confirmed that Jordan Luke Gage is on stage tonight. I'm hoping that Francis is on because last time I had an alternate, Francis wasn't on. So I'm hoping to see both of them. Excuse me. The Garrick Theatre honestly looks gorgeous. I'm so excited to see it here because obviously the Arts Theatre is so small by comparison. So I'm really intrigued. I know there are a few changes. I'm gonna tell you what I think about those when my review eventually comes out. I know I'm bad with these reviews and I don't necessarily send them out when I say I will, but I'm sure I will share some opinions on TikTok. But yeah, I'm currently waiting just to go in, loitering around London. I've had my dinner, as you saw earlier. But no, I'm very excited. I'm going to give you guys another look at this theatre because I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. And then literally just as I was walking past taking photos, I ran into a wonderful TikTok follower. So thank you if you see this video. I really enjoyed the interaction we had. It was brilliant. I love it when you guys come up and say hi to me. It makes me feel really special and I'm just glad you guys enjoy my content enough to know who I am. So yeah. Okay, so I just made it into the theatre. I'm going down what is the most treacherous steep set of stairs I've seen in the theatre in a while. Help myself to a pin and a programme, which I will show you more of when I get inside. But I figured I'd bring you with me. Whoop. Sorry. I think go see the theatre. Okay, now I am in G12, I believe. So I'm just gonna wander. I'm gonna speak loudly so you can hear me over the like jazzy
and
music.
here is another shot of
here we
set.
are.
I think it's absolutely gorgeous.
And what do you think?
The whole in the background, it definitely really sets the scene of the show.
Initial thoughts are very different from the Arts Theatre, while simultaneously exactly the same. So I will continue to see how it goes. Okay, we have just made it to the interval and oh my god, I've forgotten how much I absolutely love this show. I love the story of Bonnie and Clyde anyway. I'm currently in line for some ice cream. I went and got myself some water from upstairs because it's really warm in here. It's amazing. The differences are noticeable and they've scaled it up beautifully for the bigger stage, but when it's less noisy, or maybe when I'm back in my seat and not sitting in line for ice cream, I will fill you in further. So the lighting isn't brilliant, but I'm going to film anyway, despite the slightly odd looks I'm getting. Treating myself to a strawberry ice cream. It's honestly my go-to flavour when I go to the theatre. Mostly because it's not the most popular, and so there's always strawberry ice cream left over. I used to get chocolate a lot as a kid, kind of moved on from that. Plus strawberry, it tastes different at the theatre, like. But yeah, okay, so let's discuss what's happened in the show so far. I loved that the gunshot to start the show jump scared a lot of people. Obviously I've seen it before, so that's like I knew it started that way, but I always love seeing people's reaction to that. the start again is very different. The young kids that used to be in the show playing young Bonnie and young Clyde are no longer in it, but I don't really mind that. In some ways I actually prefer what they've done instead. The set, like I said slightly before, they've scaled it up beautifully. The way they're using projections certainly is really adding to the show to fill the space, because this is a bigger stage than the Arts. It's certainly, as you can see, a bigger theatre than the Arts Theatre ever was. Raise a Little Hell and When I Drive, still my two favourite songs. Raise a Little Hell, just, I mean, we all love a bad boy, don't we? Like, let's be real. And Jordan Luke Gage as Clyde is just stunning. I was thrilled to hear he was on today. I know there have been several shows this past week that he's not been able to do. So yeah, I'm not going to complain. But we've got, let's see, I'm going to swap hands to check my watch. Maybe 5 minutes left of the interval. My watch is running behind, so I don't actually know what time it is. But I will pick you up again when the show is over. Made it back to the hotel. I couldn't really film on the tube. I didn't want to film right outside the theatre because it was really congested. There's a lot of work going on around the Garrick Theatre. I didn't stay for stage door. I rarely stay for stage door. I just don't love it. Like, I'm a firm believer in the actors want to go home. Also, I'm just really tired. I've been at a convention for 2 days. I have a swollen knee, so that doesn't help. And it was about a 45-minute journey home. So, oh, I didn't press my floor. That might be why the elevator's not going anywhere, guys. Hot take there. But the show was absolutely phenomenal. There are a few things, a few changes that, like I said, I picked up on. One of the biggest ones being that it actually felt as if... Oh, someone's coming in. I'll tell you later. Alright, I am back in the hotel room. It is actually the next day, because I was never able to continue filming because for some reason the elevator and the hallways were really busy and I didn't really want to disturb anyone because I did get back quite late last night. But Bonnie and Clyde was an absolute treat to attend. I really enjoyed it. The audience was definitely a lot more subdued than I went to see it at the Arts Theatre during its original UK run. But I think definitely given the position of the Garrick as well as some of the names that are now in the show, such as Jodie Steele, it is drawing in a larger, more diverse audience than maybe those that just sort of knew of it from its cult fame before. Which was really interesting. I definitely overheard a few interesting conversations. The woman behind me was convinced that it was just a weird retelling of Jekyll and Hyde, because Hyde and Clyde managed to rhyme with one another. So I think she missed the point of it. And then there were several others that were debating, you know, if Bonnie and Clyde were... Sorry, there's a hair in my mouth. We're debating whether Bonnie and Clyde were real people, even though in the programme there was like a whole bit on like the history of it. Obviously a show like this takes creative license. You know, Clyde Barrow wasn't actually in jail singing songs, you know. Well, he might have been, who knows. Maybe he was a musical theatre fan. But yeah, the cast was absolutely phenomenal. I think all the changes that were made, from what I could tell, didn't take away... They didn't detract from the show. There we go. They didn't take away from it, which was absolutely brilliant to see. And I think they managed to size it up appropriately for a slightly bigger stage and for a bigger audience. And also, shout out to the Garrick Theatre for having really nice bank seating. It was really offset as well, so you didn't really have to worry about whether someone in front of you was really tall, which I did appreciate. But yeah, I intend to make a bit more of a serious review for this channel, but as we know, my reviews are few and far in between. I definitely prefer doing these vlogs. Let me know if you guys would rather see the reviews as opposed to the vlogs, because I'm always keen to hear what you guys think, especially as I'm sort of like feeling my way around just starting up this YouTube channel. But I hope in Flora, it has been a pleasure taking you guys with me, and stay tuned because I am actually about to leave this hotel room and go and see another show tonight. So if that sounds like something you are excited about, make sure you subscribe to find out where this journey takes me next. See you in the next one.